Today, it was a lot of sounds that were going on outside when I was like walking on the sidewalk. It was a lot of trucks that orchestratedly were driving by at like kind of fast speeds. It was cars that were driving really fast, you know what I'm saying? The engines and stuff were like, how they go rum, 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 and stuff like that. Yes, it's a sound, but it also carries a frequency. There were even a bunch of like pickup trucks that were blowing their horns. That is a sound. And a sound is also a frequency. And you know how like they try to control people is through sound. Because sound carries a certain frequency, and through that frequency they want to try to control your energy. They want to kind of control if you, I guess, be confused or angry or doubtful, fearful, ashamed, or you know, it was very low vibrational and it didn't align with me, so I ignored it. Like literally I blocked it out, which I can do at will. When I go outside or wherever I be, it's like I'm not susceptible to anything around me because I don't have to allow it to affect me. You go through things in life, but you don't have to allow them to affect you. It's just showing proof that, yeah, that happened, but it didn't affect me. It didn't inflict me. It doesn't control how I move on or go about my day in life, my everyday life, and stuff like that. So they control you through sound. There was another car that had very low vibrational, I guess, secular music, through with the artists and through with the industry plants. They promote, like, through the music, it's a lot that's promoted, like violence, fighting, um, you know, guns blazing. Also, what else? They promote DRUGSs, you know. They promote gangs, affiliations, and stuff like that. What else they promote? Sacred energy exchange, but in a way where it's not like respecting that energy. You know what I'm saying? So if that's like going through like the news, I mean the media, the news and the media, I mean, that's also noise, can be noise within itself, because all it is inducing is fear. It's putting you in a fear like state. And that feeds them as well. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they promote a lot of that through the music. So the car that had drove by real fast and was playing the music, it's like I blocked it out because I can do this at will. It's like I don't have to be subjected to things like that just because I'm taking a walk. Mind you, taking a walk is actually what wealthy or very rich or very highly successful people would do. And it doesn't even matter if you're looking or appearing that way physically. It's about the intention or the intent behind it. The fact that I'm walking, I'm not even acknowledging your presence. The noise disturbance and stuff. What's the point of giving? Nobody has the time of day for that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about a person who makes money, they're not waking up concerned about what the noise disturbances is. They're more concerned about getting to the money, a legal way of getting to the money. But it's like, when you take walks and stuff, that allows you to kind of realign yourself and your mind. That's what rich and wealthy people do. That's a wealthy trait. That's a wealthy activity. You know? So yeah, they do try to control through sound. Blowing a horn is a sound. It's a frequency, but it's a low vibrational frequency. It does not align with my very, very high frequency. So it literally is ignored and blocked. And that's what happened. Like I just ignored and blocked like all the noise disturbance today and just went on my merry way, enjoying my own self and my own company. I mean, you know, and it's like people will try to control you or try to sabotage or destroy your life or whatever the case may be. But it's like at the end of the day, a person who has earned and worked towards self mastery of self, no man with no DRUGSs, DRUGSs itself, nor a man who's so lustful. None of that could affect me. You see what I'm saying? Because I have mastery over myself. And I know in the previous video I was talking about how, like, but if someone's so eager to try to come in your life, a lot of people came into my life to literally only point of reference was to try to destroy me, and you couldn't destroy me because, I mean, you was only really just destroying yourself. But it's like, once you have mastery of self, it's nothing externally that can affect you. It's like life ain't even happening to you. It's something that you can change at any given point, at any given time. You can't suppress someone with sound who has self-mastery. You can't suppress someone with DRUGSs who has self-mastery. You can't suppress somebody with sacred energy exchange with a person who has self-mastery. You see what I'm saying? You can't affect somebody who has self-mastery. They've mastered themselves. And I mean, honestly, another wealthy thing would be like listening to classical music. Beethoven. Not the boom, da boom, da boom, boom, all this and violence and sacred energy exchange and I'm getting this and that tonight. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? It puts you in a chaotic state. It puts you in a fearful state. It puts you in a doubtful state. It puts you in anger. It puts you in greed. It puts you in, like, very low vibrational energies. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even lay on polyester no more. Like, I have like linen sheets. And if I know linen is kind of expensive, but it's like you could get cotton sheets. But don't lay on polyester because polyester is just plastic. I'm shocked that they even have clothes, like, gym clothes, polyester, 100% polyester leggings. It's plastic. It's rubbing against your body. No wonder, like, you get overheated or it gets hot, you start sweating. At least with linen, it's breathable. You know what I'm saying? Like, then another thing with the wealthy, like, and being rich, it's like not about looking the rich, it's actually being. It's not about looking the part, it's actually being it. And it's like, I'm cool with wearing like linen pants or linen t-shirt or cotton t-shirt, 100% cotton. I don't want to wear plastic. That's just not me. You know what I'm saying? Reading books and sitting in silence, that is wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Listening to the secular music or like the music that's only promoting a certain narrative and brainwashing you and like manipulating your mind, and then you end up getting locked up, or you end up getting in fights or gangs or whatever, and it's like it was programming you from the music, it was programming you from what you seen on the news, it was programming you from sounds and frequencies, which sounds are frequencies, but if it's a low level frequency, it's just I'm gonna ignore it and block it out. You see what I'm saying? Because it does not resonate and it doesn't align with me. It doesn't align with me, and I have self-mastery over myself. I don't need nobody around me or close near me. I don't need the external validation. I'm complete and whole by myself, to myself, as I am in this current moment. I don't have to try to rush to amount to something. I don't chase things, I attract things. It's supposed to be an attraction. We're supposed to attract, not chase. This goes for people, places, things, situations, scenarios, whatever the case may be. You're never supposed to chase, because if you chase, it's only going to run away from you, no matter what it is. You see what I'm saying? But being able to be cool and to yourself, that's self-mastery. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta smoke. I don't gotta drink. I can be celibate. I ain't gotta lay down with nobody. That's self-mastery. That's already on a very, very high frequency. I can sit in silence. I can read a book. I can educate my own mind. I don't have to wait for somebody to educate me. I don't gotta depend on just a school to educate me. I can read a book. I can read a book that teaches me something of value. That's also self-mastery, where you can take knowledge, because knowledge is power, but it's only power unless you actually apply it. And I'd rather be the person with self-mastery. Not mastering others, not trying to have control over others, dictate others, but having mastery of oneself. That is wealthy. You see what I'm saying? When you listen to Beethoven or when you listen to classical music, you're more in a calmful state. You're not really like, hearing like, oh, I'm shaking this, or oh, I'm doing this, or oh, I'm chasing this, or chasing money, or the hustle culture, or whatever the case may be. You could have like a good job, but it's like if that's taking a toll on your health, that's something to reevaluate. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a lot of things that I could go in depth or talk about and stuff like that. But yeah, they try to use sound to control you. But it's like I know how to block it out at will and ignore it because it does not align with me. It does not align. It's a very low vibrational, and it's not on a certain wavelength that attracts what I actually am desiring to attract. You see what I'm saying? So I ignore it and just block it out. And that is necessary to do. So